It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
He has an older daughter who's 15 years old. Most of you are really shocked by this, and most people are really shocked to find out that Jalen and Jeremy is not my husband's biologically. Now you guys remember that my husband lost his job months ago. So now I take care of my 5 kids by myself, as well as my I pay every bill. I'm responsible for all the bills in the home, and I also pay my husband's child support, which after he lost his job, we never even thought twice about going to reduce it. We just continued to pay what our obligation was, which is a nice little, which is good for one child. Before I go there, let's start it off. His daughter and his relationship is very strange and strained. I loved her so much, did everything for her so much at one point in my life, and it just came to a point to where she started not accepting me, or my husband's married, so I feel like she wants nothing to do with it. She doesn't come, she doesn't ask to come. I don't even want to talk about the kid. But anyway, in any event, he got that. Since then, he's been getting text messages saying, "Dad, I need braces." Within 2 weeks, we was asked for a phone to pay for braces for her, for some outings, and this was a couple days after us giving $2,000. We got a message from a strange number, and you guys have to remember that we don't have a relationship with these people, but that's not all because of us. My husband got a text message saying, "Your daughter needs a phone ASAP." So we figured that it was her mom just asking for that, because it was always just a money thing. It was never, "You need to see her, she needs to spend time with you." And in fact, she was kept away from us most of our marriage. I still didn't have a say so, because it was her dad's money in their eyes. That's my dad's house, that's my dad's money, and I wasn't allowed to say anything different or whatever. But after my husband is giving a couple of things, he tells her eventually, like, "I pay child support, I'm not allowed to see you." And I think it's pretty unfair that I have to constantly send money, pay child support, and send extra money, and I don't even get to see you. It's a problem every time I even ask. And it's just a thing to where, guys, we know not to even ask. We know not, it's like a given thing, because I doubt that she even wants to come. So my husband says to them that Renee's paying the child support. Now things are different. It's not coming from me. You guys can't come and just ask my possessions, and then want nothing to do with her, because it was said very proudly that we want nothing to do with her. You're my dad, and I want you to be my dad. Let it just be us. To see his child since the day I met him. We've never not had an issue with him getting her. I don't know how this happened. She put him on child support, and somehow we ended up in one of the years way after. We ended up in the child support for visitation for somehow. I don't know what my husband did, or he said, "I don't get to see my kid." Excuse me. So he went to his social worker and he had a conversation with her. And he says, "I don't get to see my daughter. I pay all this child support." They were getting more money than we would. His daughter was getting more money than I was getting from him. He had to sign papers, and they gave him this little list of dates that he can have his daughter, which was on Father's Day, 1 year Christmas, and then she'll have the next Christmas, whatever. So he signed that. She was notified of it. She went to the establishment, signed the papers, agreed to it, and didn't abide by it the first time around. The first time I was like, "Okay, we got this." She signed it. She went to go sign it, blah, blah, blah. So we're on our way to go pick his kid up, and no answer. She ignores us, everything. We end up not getting her as usual. So anyway, so one day it was my husband's turn to pick his kid up. So she says no. So we drove all the way out there. We seen her mom standing at the bus stop. You guys, you won't believe. He says to me, he says, get in the driver's seat and drive. And when the bus pulls up and pulls away, you drive up there. I'm gonna grab her and I'm gonna run. I'm gonna put her in the car and we're gonna go, because I'm gonna get my child today. So you guys, we wait until the bus pulls. We had his cousin in the back seat as well. So we wait until the bus pulls up. She gets off the bus. No one sees us because we like staked out in the back. And the bus leaves. So as soon as the bus leaves, he was like, "Okay, Operation the Bonnie and Clyde." So we go and we pull up to the bus stop. And you guys, keep in mind, we never retaliate. We're not retaliation people. We're quiet. We're not homes, and we don't retaliate with anything. But anyway, so we pull up, and he snatches his daughter, and she snatches on the other side, and we literally just like playing tug of war with her. Eventually, we get her and we drive off and we leave. So yeah, that's that. And then another time, his mom, his daughter's mom ended up moving in with a few of his siblings, of my husband's siblings, who also didn't get along with me and also didn't accept me. And so we weren't allowed to see her. Still, it was still, everyone knew. But you know, throughout the time, she was staying there for, I guess, for 2 to 3 years maybe. And throughout that entire time, you guys, we seen her a handful of times when we went to go visit, because we would actually go visit and stay there. But she wasn't allowed to leave with us. Every time I would leave, she'd say, "Mommy, can I please go? Mommy, can I?" And she would be like, no. You know, she'll say no. She wouldn't let her come. His daughter got on the phone and was like, "Daddy, please come get me, please. I'll give my sister warm milk. She'll fall asleep and blah blah blah." So you guys, that's what happened. We went to go pick her up, and we brought her home. I don't know how that happened, but we got to keep her for a couple of days, and it was you know, we was going back and forth on the phone and fighting on the phone. I'm not gonna lie. We all said some horrible things to each other back and forth, and they tried to come get her from me, and I'm saying I'm not gonna give her to you while my husband was at work. In any event, his sibling ended up bringing the mom to my home, and they were all outside of my door screaming and cursing outside of my door. And they was like, "You're a bum." They was like, "You a bum. You don't have nothing. If it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for Duval, you would be on the street. You don't have anything." And his brother was telling me that his kid's mom, she was like, she works. She was working at Walmart at the time. She works, she has her own job, she's living, she's doing that, you a bum, you this, you that, this, you that. Eventually, when they did get the daughter, they showed up with the cops, the baby mom, as well as her mom. So her mom got out of the car and started sprinkling something in my grass. And she started saying, "In Jesus' name, the devil," like, I guess she was calling us a devil and blah, blah, blah. You know, and was sprinkling all kinds of things in our grass, praying outside of my home. And I'm thinking to myself, my God, you have no idea who your daughter is, do you? Like, my God, all my husband wants to do is see his kid. In any event, all of that happened. We went back and forth with all of that. And now today, presently, they don't have a relationship besides handing over money. And that's just about it. And it's okay. Husband's child support case history activity, it says that the custodial parent requested for an increase, requested for them to check his income for it to be increased. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with, and that's what I have to worry about now, is somebody trying to take somebody's money who's not their baby daddy. Yeah. And constant asking my husband for these large amounts of money for iPhones 11s and 10s when it's not actually coming from anything that he worked for, and you tell him you want nothing to do with his wife. You cannot ask him for his wife's money. That's not how that goes. That's not how that works. That's not what it is. Okay? I'm trying not to be rude, but I'm upset. Okay? I'm trying not to be rude, but when your money is being played with, that's a whole nother story. And I don't want to keep getting letters in the mail and text messages constant asking for money all the time. No relationship. No, can I come over? Or can we fix things? Not how things go. And I'm just like not okay with that. I don't know you, and I didn't sleep with you, and I didn't make a kid with you, so I'm not going to provide a life for you. I'm not going to provide, you don't get to live the same life as me for something I'm working hard for if you're not going to do the same for yourself. You don't get it from me. I'm not who you ask for it. I'm not who you come to for it. You don't make me do it. You don't, you know, they basically, okay, so you didn't want to get the money for the braces? You didn't want to get the money for the phone? You didn't, all in 1 week, baby? After just spending almost $1,000 on them for Christmas? This was in January. All these things came right after Christmas, after spending thousands of dollars on multiple people for Christmas. Being responsible for multiple things. And because that happened, it was just always the next thing after the next. Oh, hey, can I? Hey, good morning. I was wondering if I can have... No, you cannot, because it's not his. Call me. Let's talk about it. Call me and ask me. And let's have a conversation about that. It's not that anymore about it was his or like, oh, that's my daddy. We get it. That's yours. We get that you don't want me present. We get that you don't accept me. And we get that you guys want that family we're not allowed to blend. We weren't allowed to blend with her because they don't want her to be in our family for some reason. So if I'm not accepted as a stepmom, if I was never accepted as a stepmom, and in fact, you guys, I didn't tell you this, that I got into a physical altercation with her before because my stepdaughter kissed me goodnight. And she kept saying, you better not, and my husband told my stepdaughter, give her a kiss and tell her goodnight. And her mom was like, you better not. And as soon as the girl kissed me, she attacked, and I attacked back. Yeah, you guys, anyway, this is all in front of my children. It's very unhappy, very unhealthy life, a very not worth it life, that I just want to leave things where it's at and let God handle. I just want to leave everything where it's at and let God handle my lightweight. Because just let me pay my child support that I've been paying for a kid who hates my guts, and a kid's mom who hates my guts. Let me just do that and leave me alone. I just want to be left alone in my own little peaceful bubble. Yo, I'm actually really shaking because let me tell you why I'm shaking. My husband got a text message yesterday saying, I hate to contact you for materialistic things, because the person that said that knows that they don't contact them for anything else. She knows that. So before she had to ask for what she asked for, she was like, I hate to ask you for materialistic things, but I really need you to help with a car or something. And he's like, so what he did was he sent them a screenshot of his YouTube, what he makes on YouTube. This is my check right here. This is how much I make. I personally can't buy you a car right now, and the person who I would have to speak to with about it, you said you want nothing to do with it, you don't like. You said you want nothing to do with it, and you don't like her. You said you'd say all the time you don't respect her or accept her. So they write back, I do respect her, but since I'm your responsibility, you should get it from her and give it to me. Fuck that, I don't like her. I'm talking to you. You're my person, not her. So I'm asking you to go to her, get it from her, and give it to me. I said, there's no way. I said, there's no way. There's no way. I'm reading this. There's no way. There's no way, huh? I said, no. Fuck. I said, hell no. I'm not hers, I'm yours. You get it from her and give it to me. I said, tell him, I said, no. I said, tell him, I said, fuck no. Oh, you should get it from her? Oh, you should get it from me? No. Hell no. What languages do they speak? Nia. No. Nueve. He didn't want to come creeping up in my motherfucking back door. You're not welcome, baby. You're not well. You wasn't welcome back then, and you're not welcome now. I wasn't welcome in your life back then, and you're not welcome here now. Okay? Okay? I don't like you either. I should have never said that. Y'all, they think you owe them something. I swear to God, and they treated me so shitty. They treated me so shitty. Still don't like me. So they telling my husband to get it from me. So, Daddy's like, you don't respect. She's like, oh, I do respect her, but since you owe me something, you should get it from her and then give it to me. So it's like basically whether I do or whether I don't, either way, you owe me. So you should find a way. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you get it and bring it back over here. Lord Jesus. I almost said go ask your fucking mother who. I almost said go ask your uncle daddy. So I didn't buy the phone and she thought I was gonna buy the car. Why is he showing them his income? Didn't he say child support was paid off? Yep, he just paid child support off. Yeah, he just finished paying off child support 2 months ago. On 18th birthday. Somebody says, okay, Renee, don't block me, but let me give you another perspective. I honestly don't want one. I know what I went through. I know what I'm going through, and I know I'm being manipulated and used and abused. I don't care. Honestly, I know what I'm doing. I know what I've dealt with. My feelings are valid. I matter. I don't deserve the things that happens to me because I don't do anything to anyone. And I don't have to, regardless of what anything is, I don't have to give nothing to nobody extra. I don't have to buy anyone a card if I don't want to. Even if I didn't have a reason, if I don't want to, I don't want to. And if you don't understand me, I could give two shits what anybody has to say about what I'm doing or if I'm doing wrong, different perspective. Not one person. I supported for 10 years. I've been there for 10 years. And I gave up. Because I'm not about to keep saying somebody's my child or somebody's my family when they keep saying no, she's not. Because I'm not going to keep looking stupid. I'm not going to keep saying, oh my God, yeah, I have a bonus this and another. No, when the person is like, that's not my mama. That is not my mama. And I'm not begging to be either, you know. I'm not begging to be nobody's mama. I got 6 beautiful ones. I got 6 of my own. Me and my money ain't got nothing to do with you. I and my husband paid child support for 18 years and we did that. We did that. Regardless. Can't nobody tell me. I was saying if the child wanted to come get a relationship with y'all since she's 18 now, you can get away from the mom. Would you be open to? Yes. Yes, I'm open. Yes, we've asked. Yes. She's again, my husband extends out and come over. We know we're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna make you feel. Don't worry, you're very welcome here. You know what he was told? No offense, I really love my siblings and all, but I don't want to be with 13 people. You, my father. You're my father. Like, I want to be with you. And then she sends a message to him saying, after, like, he didn't, like, say, he was like, no, like, you need to come to the family. And she's like, why? And he's like, because that's just weird. You can just come with my family and stuff like that. She's like, weird. She said, now I'm about to talk to you like you're an adult. Now I'm about to be disrespectful. I'm your child. I'm your child. Not hers. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I want better for my husband. I wish this wasn't for him because I would dare, like, if my kids mean a lot to me. So I feel bad for my husband. So she texted him and she texted him one day and was like, after she told him not to call him anymore, she hung up and was like, don't ever call me again. And then she texted me and was like, I have 1 ticket to my graduation if you want to come. I have 1 ticket left. Problem with that is she has 1 ticket left and then my husband goes there by himself and then what? Is around a bunch of people who threatens him and nobody's friends with him. So he goes there by himself after being on the internet around all these people who he don't know anymore and whose life he don't live anymore. Like, I don't even feel safe at this point. Like, are they gonna jump you when you get it? Like, you know, you've been threatened. They've been threatening him. They threatened him before. The very person. That very person threatened him before and said somebody wanted to beat him up. So, it'd just be weird. This man, him and his brother had a whole, like, fight, you know. The reason why him and most of his siblings don't get along anymore, which it was all of them. But now he has made peace and trying, you know, with some. But the very reason why he don't have siblings now is because they're on her side. And they be fighting with him because of her. So he goes there with the 1 ticket. And what y'all gonna do to my husband? Who gonna save my husband? Fuck around and be having goons at the graduation and want to do something to my husband that they ain't seen in 10 years.
I've really been contemplating getting on here and, like, telling the world my business, but everybody kind of sort of already knows my business, so why not just share my side of the story and express, like, you know, how I feel about the situation or whatever the case may be. So for those of you that know, you know, and for those of you that don't know, you're about to find out. I am 20. I turned 21 this year in August. I'm not a teenager. I'm not a child. All of these situations and events happened when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, and whatever else when I was growing up. So the first thing I'm going to speak on is I've never disrespected Renee. I don't even talk to Renee. Like, I haven't had Renee's phone number in God knows how long. That's if I even had her phone number ever since I've had a phone. So just know, I used to literally love the ground this woman walked on. Like, growing up, I used to call her mama. Like, I literally used to put her over my own mother. Like, it was a situation that happened where my mom literally had to call the police on them to get me back because I didn't want to go home to my mom and they didn't want to give me to my mom. And I play about a lot of things, but I don't play about my mama. Like, she has never been no bitter baby mama. Like, she has never been the one to feed me lies and negativity about my father. She let me get my own opinion and come to my own conclusions about what kind of man he is. So everybody can dead that situation with saying, oh, she's bitter, oh, she's bitter, this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, my mama stood on business, and child support or no child support, she took care of me the best way she could and the best way she know how. And with all that being said, you know, as a teenager growing up, you start wanting to do your own thing. So yeah, I didn't want to spend time with him, and yeah, I wasn't coming over as often as I used to or at all, simply because of the fact that why should I have to do an activity with a bunch of other people? And I'm not saying a bunch of other people like, you know, my siblings or nobody, because at the end of the day, I love them with my whole heart, and you know, I be wanting to reach out to them and talk to them, but if I can't get through to them, and you know, I've expressed to my father many of times, like, you have my number, you can give them my number, they can talk to me, they can call me, like, I want to talk to them, I want them in my life, like, I'm their big sister, I want them to know who I am and be a part of my life. But you know, at a point it gets to be like, okay, but when can I spend time with my father one-on-one by myself? Oh, and I also forgot to mention, like, every conversation that she has brought to the internet pertaining to like something that me and my father have talked about, it was a phone conversation between me and my father. Not once did I ever say, oh well, I want to include Renee in the situation. I've always expressed to him how I feel, and for some reason she's always sitting there right next to him when I'm on the phone with him, and then she decides to take over the phone and speak her think piece when I say absolutely nothing. So just a quick little summary of everything that I talked about in the live before I really get into depth of, you know, the situations that I spoke on. The car situation, the graduation ticket situation, child support, whatever situation about money that she has thrown up into the air, me and my siblings' relationships, you know, how I feel about whatever has been posted or whatever pertaining to my siblings. And I really share like a few stories from my past that had happened, like between us and like my family or whatever the case may be. So to jump right into it with the child support, my whole family has told me this, my whole family knows this. He went and put himself on child support because obviously he knew that he wasn't going to be the father that I needed him to be in my life. And since she wants to throw dollar amounts in the air, oh, she was paying $2,000 a month in child support. No, she wasn't. But there's such a thing called back pay. When you're not paying your dues when you're supposed to, that accumulates. So you have no choice but to pay it. And if you don't pay it, the court will be seeing you, and it will not be, you know, good things to hear. There will be consequences and repercussions. So if y'all want to believe I was getting $2,000 a month in child support, y'all can. Because if I was getting $2,000 a month in child support, I wouldn't be asking him to help me get a car. My mama would have already had that set in play for me. Okay? My mother is a very responsible woman. She would have already had that done for me. In the whole graduation ticket situation, yes, I did have him as my last invite, because he was never going to be the first person I was going to be like, hey, this is my graduation ticket, I'm extending it to you. No, because he was not active in my life. He was not there for my big milestones. So he didn't deserve number 1 ticket, number 2 ticket, or whatever the case may be. My village, who was there for me and played a part in raising me, they got those most important tickets, and I only had like 6 tickets. You know, we literally had a limited amount of tickets and had a limited amount of people who could come to the graduation. And even then, they still could have came out after the graduation was done and supported me and congratulated me. They did not care. He didn't want to be there, and obviously she didn't want him to be there either. So there's that. And back to the car situation, I did not ask him, oh, flat out buy me a car, knowing that I, you know, really don't talk to this man. And I never said, oh, go get money from Renee to give it to me. That was never the case. I went to my mom first, and she even advised me not to go ask him because she knew I was just going to get disappointed. I went to my mom and was like, hey, if I can get my dad to go half with you on a cheap car, you know, like, will you do it? She was like, yeah. So I went and asked him, and lo and behold, I got disappointed. You know, he did show me however much money he was making from YouTube at the time or whatever the case may be. It was like, I can't help you, you know, this is Renee's money and this is that and the third. And I was just like, you know what, okay, that's fine. I never said go get the money from Renee and give it to me. I wanted him to figure out how to get the money and give it to me, because I need help. Like, why would you not help me? Regardless of whether I really talk to you or not, I still need help. I'm still your child, because at the end of the day, you are taking care of her kids and not me. And child support or no child support, you still need to be active in my life. And where people get everything misconstrued is the fact that they're so stuck on, oh, I don't talk to them, or I don't talk to them, but they're not seeing how he always had 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door with me my entire life. He came in when it seemed like it was convenient for him. Like, that's literally like a toxic ex being on and off, like playing with your heartstrings. Like, y'all should know how that feels. A lot of people should know how that feels. Don't be wishy-washy with me. And you know, people in my comments were like, well, your siblings are old enough for you to reach out to them, so they shouldn't have to reach out to you. They absolutely do have to reach out to me, because they have big platforms and we don't follow each other. So if we don't follow each other and they have big platforms, my messages will not get through to them. And I've told my father countless number of times, you can give them my number. They can call me. They can talk to me. And you know, for the last couple of months in 2024, you know, I was in contact with my 2 younger sisters, Juliana and JC. Like, they would just FaceTime me, you know, sit the phone up by the pool just to show me them swimming, or like just show me them running around the house. And I would text them, you know, every day, see how they doing, see if they're okay. And I want to say around like mid-November is when I would try to call them, text them. My calls and my texts weren't going through, which from the beginning I already had a feeling like if I did reach out to them, she wouldn't want me talking to them. So that's why I feel like happened. She ended up not wanting me to talk to them, and I can't do anything about that. Like, I know in my heart that I want them in my life and that I want to be in their life, but if their mother won't allow it, then that's just how it is. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick little story, and I'm gonna wrap this all up. But when I was like in the 1st grade, I'm gonna put it in perspective for you. Imagine, you know, you're a single mom, you waiting for your 1st grader to get off the school bus, right? Cool. Then your baby daddy and his wife pull up and snatch your child out of your hands operating a vehicle. 1, that's unsafe. That is so unsafe. 2, no matter how bad I wanted to go with them, that is still unsafe and unethical. That is considered kidnapping. That is considered kidnapping. And my mother literally had to call the police on them to get me back. Okay? Put that in perspective. I want y'all to really sit there and think about that. And it was also another time, which, you know, I'm older now, so it's okay. It wasn't okay back then, but it's okay. And you know, black people don't really believe in babysitters. They believe in stay inside. Don't open that door for nobody. I got the key. I'm gonna open the door, right? But technically, I wasn't inside alone. My grandmother was home, but at the time she was sick, so I was basically home alone watching myself. And they came to the house and they took me. They didn't tell nobody they were taking me. They just came to the house and they took me while my people weren't there. That is also considered kidnapping, no matter how bad I wanted to come with them. They did things very unethically. And now that I'm older, I can really see like how heartbreaking that is for my mom, that she had to go through these situations. Like, oh my gosh, they keep taking my child. Like, I have to keep going and get my child back from them. Like, nobody's thinking about that. And
my child.
My mom is so bitter. She's a bitter baby mama. No. And to wrap everything up, my mama do not want that man. I promise y'all she don't. My mama don't even like people in general. She don't even be liking the fact that she had a baby by this man. So I get it. Yeah, this really the last time I'm gonna really speak on this, because I'm not gonna make a million part videos. That's not me. That's not what I do. I come on social media to look cute and crack a joke and go by my day. But thank y'all to everybody, you know, who supports me and understands where I'm coming from. And, you know, to the people who can relate, my heart goes out to y'all, because this shit hurts. Like, all I want to do is just have a dad in my life. I want to be a daddy's girl, but, you know, it's too late for that. It's too far gone. And to the young girls who are out there going through this situation, You don't need a validation from no nigga, no man, no nobody.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard Deals. He keeps it lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. Hit the link down below. Got HiveMindLab.com. Got Opulence Scents, where you get your 3-wick candle. I keep forgetting to put the picture up with the candle winner, but I'm gonna put that on my Instagram and stuff, man. We're gonna keep it lit. But yeah, shout out to them. Got the Everyday PJ. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. I'm glad that song gets y'all through y'all day and y'all be happy early in the morning to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I hope some of y'all go up to y'all boss and be like, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. They be like, what? Excuse me? Wait a minute, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So we got Beauty is her name, and Duval Atkins, who is dad. What is it called? What do he call? He called himself Daddy Duties with Duval or whatever. And apparently his daughter is upset. Now people are saying that his baby mama Renee, who goes by Beauty is her name, is jealous or hates the daughter, and the daughter hates her, but they had some type of good relationship. And the daughter, they once had this good relationship, but then now the daughter's older and all this stuff. If y'all picked, I ain't never seen these people once in my life, but I have some ideas of what's going on, and I'm gonna base this on my situation. I'm not gonna give y'all a full story because it really don't matter, because I ain't got time to be bashing nobody, because I'm not. It doesn't matter. Life goes on, okay? But what I'm gonna tell you is, women be throwing salt all in the game. Women be throwing salt all in the game and be destroying their kids, and they don't even know it. And so I do believe Duval wants to have a relationship with his daughter, right? And his daughter says, Dad, I wanna have a relationship with you, but I need some one-on-one time. Great, that's fine. I get that. But what are we gonna go do? Let's go have some ice cream. We talk. Then what? I try to invite you back over my house. Then you be like, I just want to spend time with you. Then I have to stop my family to come spend time with you. At some point, now if he did it once or twice or 3 times, then he can be like, okay, I've done this. What are we doing? So if he's spending time with the daughter alone and not with the family, and she's not coming to spend time with the family, what are we doing? So she could say, she want to just spend time with her daddy. Yeah. I spend one-on-one time with all my kids, except the 2 little ones. Like they come. They come together. Like, right? They not. It ain't no different. But my oldest one, I see her different times. My 16-year-old, I see her different times. My 13-year-old, I see her different times. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, y'all gonna come see me. I'm here. Your sisters is here. We all just gonna be here. You ain't got no choice. You just gonna be here. It ain't no, I'm gonna come stop what I'm doing to come see you by yourself. We just gotta figure it out. Like, and if you don't like being around my family, I get it, but then I'm gonna just back off. Like, it ain't nothing I can do. I can't stop my life because you wanna be, a princess. I'm sorry. You grown. You wanna talk to me like an adult, let me treat you like one. You know what I mean? Like, man, at some point, like child support, okay. First of all, why you getting child support? You grown. Anyway, I'm not paying child support for you no more. Let's pay it off. Let's move on. Like, if you grown, your mama should have been dropped that off. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't think, first of all, Beauty is her name. It don't even matter what she say. She could say whatever she want to. That's her husband. And she could do whatever she want to do. That's her husband. and what they do in their house is their house, and that's his kids. They are entitled to do whatever they want to do, and I don't see why people have a problem with it. I'm looking at people in the comments and people mad at her for doing what she's supposed to do as a wife. Because when you have a husband, you're supposed to ride for him. If he got child support, pay for him. He got kids, you pay for him. She was kidnapping the baby with him, which was wrong, obviously. But you know, she was down to do whatever for her husband to see his kids. I don't see I don't understand why people are so mad. Maybe there's more to her than what I see. But if the kid didn't like her, it's obviously it started from the mama. Because that's how it always starts. Y'all think, now, maybe she was treating the kid bad. I don't know. I wasn't there. But if she wasn't treating the kid bad, which they said that they had a good relationship, so obviously she wasn't treating her bad, at some point her mind had to be, altered by the situations. As she started to get older, she was like, man, every time I go over there, I'm with all these kids. I just want to spend some time with my daddy. Girl, I got 7 kids. I can't just spend time with you by myself. I can't do it. I got to take care of these kids. Now, will I ever have time? Yes. But, if you just don't want to spend time, if you don't want to come over because it's always these kids, I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Like, we a family. Like, and that just says you don't want to be a part of the family. And I'm fine with that. You just ain't fine with it. You know what I mean? You want to be the only child. You're not. You're not my only child. You might be your mom's only child. Or maybe you might be your only mom. Does your mom spend one-on-one time with her? Do you live with her? Okay, you and your mom have bonding time. If you always with her, of course you're going to have that bonding time. But if you only come on certain times and you only decide to come when you want to come, you can't stop me from stopping what I'm doing. Now, I can pick a time and say, okay, I got this time to come and meet you where I'm at. But if I got to do that every time I want to see you, I'm not going to do it. I might bend a few times, but I'm not going to be doing that. We not doing that. Because that ain't how I work. That ain't even fun. Like, I don't even want, matter of fact, I'm going to be honest. I hated being a weekend father, because every time you come over, I feel like I gotta do something. If I'm a father all the time, we do enough that we always together. We do enough that we always doing stuff, and then we got time at home. So it's just a normal day, and then we able to go and do stuff and go around and do stuff, and that's how you end up being with one child alone, or being with the little one alone, or taking the baby alone. That's how it happens, because we always together. So, I just think if she don't spend enough time there, she won't get that. She won't get to steal her dad for a second when he go to the store, when he goes to get her haircut. She'll be like, well, I'm going with you to get her haircut, because then that's another free time where she can go. Then she'll be like, well, take me to the beauty hair store. Bam, they hit the beauty hair store, and then next thing you know, they in Ross. And next thing you know, they at the ice cream shop on the way home, and then they get home and he pick up something for the rest of the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? With my little one, she be like, not the little one, the 3-year-old. When I got her, and then of course I got 2 little ones. So the little baby, she just want to go everywhere. But if I can get away, and then the 3-year-old is like, Daddy, I want to go, and I'll be like, all right, put your coat on before your sister see. Let's get out of here. Bam, bundle her up, and it's just me and her out doing our thing. And then the little one, she don't even know. She just know we gone. Then we get back, ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? When she get older, she'll realize, like, you motherfuckers were leaving me. But at the same time, she get that alone time. But she only get that because she there. It's not like, it's just spur of the moment. You there, you see me heading out the door, Daddy, I want to go. All right, let's go. Because I was gonna go by myself, but I think this is a time that I could take you, and you could run along with me, And I'm always taking the baby with me a lot of places. You know, if people know me, they see me in the city, they be like, "Oh, PJ, your babies are so cute." Be like, "Yeah, girl, you want one of these, don't you?" "Well, you can't have one." Goddamn, I'm getting fixed. Anyway, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.